Alright, what's up guys? It's One Way Up here, back with another car review. And in this video, in front of me, this is the 2019 Toyota Camry LE. So, the Toyota Camry, where do I start? It's one of the most popular selling sedans in the United States. It's been top 3 with Nissan and Honda. And another thing with the Toyota Camry, has been very popular among taxi drivers in New York City as of late. You see a lot of yellow cabs tend to be Toyota Camrys. So the Toyota Camry sells a lot, and there's a reason why it does sell a lot, because it's a great car overall. And as you get a look at the styling right here, they redesigned this car for 2018, and it did give it a bigger, beefier, more sporty look. So I did like the way that they went with the redesign for this generation of the Toyota Camry, and it looks good in my opinion. I do like how those taillights look. Now this is the LE model, so it is the base model, but still you get that nice styling that the Camry offers. And this is a pre-dawn gray color that you're looking at right now. Rims are pretty standard. I do like that these base rims are a little bit bigger than other base rims you get in other manufacturers. Another cool thing that they did with the Camry, they did stretch and widen the grille in the front a little bit, and I do love the new V style that they have that connects the two headlights together. So they definitely did a great job of redesigning the Camry on the outside. So the Camry used to have a reputation of being a boring sedan, but as far as this redesign, it looks a lot better. So with the LE model, this is no keyless entry, so you get a regular key right here. Now another thing I like about Toyotas is the chime that they have. So when you lock and unlock the car, it sounds a lot softer and better than other options. So I'm giving you guys a quick look at the interior. You have black on black with cloth seats, but they did change the way the seats look. They look a lot more sportier, and the interior looks better as well. So now we're stepping inside, putting the key in the ignition to get that Toyota sound, basic gauges. So I'm just going to pop the hood real quick and give you guys a look at that engine. So opening up this hood, you have a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, which puts out 203 horsepower and around 167 foot-pounds of torque. So this is very good in its class. The Toyota Camry, you get more power over 200 as opposed to other manufacturers like Honda, Toyota, Kia, where you get under 200 horsepower. And another great thing about this car is very, very fuel efficient. This car has class-leading fuel economy, and this has made it to an 8-speed transmission. So it's not even a CVT transmission, and they're able to get class-leading fuel economy, which is great. So you do get power adjustable seats in this one, which is great. Now stepping back inside the Camry. Now one thing I don't like about this car is how hollow the door sounds. I feel like it's a little bit cheaply made, so when you close the door, it feels hollow, it doesn't feel solid like other manufacturers. But I mean, it is a midsize sedan, so it's not a luxury car as such. Now, right away, one thing I noticed that's really cool automatic windows for all four. So they're all automatic down and up, which is very, very nice to have. You have some light controls, traction, your fuel, automatic lights, nice to have. You have basic simple gauges which are straightforward. These arrows on the steering wheel allow you to cycle through the menus like most manufacturers. Nothing really special here that this car offers. No really settings to change any car functions, but you do have everything here that you would need to know, such as your fuel economy, your fuel range, your trip timers, and an eco indicator. But not as many options as far as customizable things you can do, but you have what you need. Another thing this car offers: lane departure assist and a front collision warning. So when you're in cruise control, this car can keep the car in front of you at a certain distance, either by slowing this car down or speeding it up. So that's a cool feature to have in this car. Bluetooth options as well. Let me just zoom back and give you guys a look at this 3-spoke steering wheel that the Camry offers. Now, as far as materials, other options in this segment that have a little bit better materials, but this car isn't terrible. There are worse cars in the midsize sedan segment. I feel like the Chevy Malibu has a worse interior quality, and it could be other manufacturers as well. But I mean, you do get a soft touch here, which is not bad. And of course, on the door arm, this is plastic, but you don't expect to get a full cloth or soft touch door. So moving over to the center infotainment system, one thing that they did do is improve the overall infotainment system user interface. So compared to how it was before, it is better. It looks better than it did in the past, but it's not as good as other ones that other manufacturers offer, because I feel like this is a little bit harder to navigate. But as far as like how it looks and how it works, it does the job. I just feel like it's a little bit harder to navigate. Like, one thing I don't like is having a home button and a menu button. So this can get confusing. Sometimes you might think home might give you all the apps that you can navigate through, but it's actually menus that you might forget. And it's not as quick. See how it takes a few seconds to transition to another screen. You have to wait. So, but it's still better. It looks better than how it did before. And I mean, that's pretty much it with that. You do get USB port, 12-volt power outlet right here. I do like that they put it here instead of inside the center armrest, because it's easier for you to plug something in and to be able to reach your device. Another thing I really like about the Camry is that you do get a good amount of storage space right here up front, so it doesn't have to sacrifice any part of the center armrest. You do get space. You could just put something in, and also if you push this back, you do get more space in here, which is really, really nice to have. On top of that, you do get your space in your center armrest. Now, this is a one layer, but you do get a lot of space. So this is very good. I do like that about this car. So yeah, with the overall design of the center infotainment system and just the whole dash, it does look more interesting. They do have this little curve going across, and then the stitching here is pretty nice. I do like that it's soft touch as well. You do get like a fake wood trim here, and overall definitely looks nicer than it did before. Now, one thing I don't like is their placement of the volume button. So when you catch yourself wanting to change the volume, you might accidentally grab this knob, because this is what you're used to generally grabbing in most cars. or maybe even here, but it's this big giant button up here. I feel like they could have changed the placement position of this button, but that's really my own issue. But if you drive this car, you'll get used to it, so it's not really a big deal. And you have the option to change the volume on the steering wheel. So, and you have there for your glasses. And as far as the seats are fairly comfortable. My complaint, the only thing I really don't like about this car is how the headrest is tilted forward too much for my liking. This could be the way my body is, but I really don't like when manufacturers have the headrest tilted forward so much. I feel like they should give you the option to adjust it to tilt it backwards, because I feel like it's pushing my head and neck forward too much for my liking. But that could just be me, because I haven't really heard too many or other people bring up that issue. So now let me just step out and into the back seat. Okay, let me just slide the seat forward a little bit. Okay, so in the back seat, pretty comfortable back here. Not really much to say. There's no rear climate vents. As far as legroom, I'm 6'3". I have a good amount of space behind me. The seat in front of me is set to a little bit further back than how I normally drive, and I'm 6'3" and I still have space back here. So this car has a great amount of rear legroom and very comfortable in terms of space back here. Okay, so I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna give you guys some driving impressions of the Camry. Okay, so behind the wheel of the Camry, the first thing I notice is the car, it has a smooth ride. It doesn't feel, firm or too harsh. It feels smooth overall. And as far as the steering wheel, I do like how the steering wheel, it has like a medium feel to it. It doesn't feel stiff, doesn't feel light. So it has a good overall steering feel. I mean, the car, it feels good. Like I said, my only complaint is how the headrest feels, but that's probably just a personal issue I have with the car, because I haven't really heard too many people say things about it. But I mean, it's a great car to drive. I do really love the gas mileage. I mean, you could drive this car for a couple of days, depending on how much you drive, and the gas tank would still be full. So that's really cool about this car. Another thing, this car has class-leading horsepower from its 4-cylinder engine. Now, you do also have a V6 option, which puts out 300 horsepower, but with this 4-cylinder engine, this car actually can move, for considering what size engine it has and for what it is in its class. So that's another good thing about this car. And I do just like how it feels. You don't really feel the need to push this car too hard. That's the feeling I get when I drive it. And I also like that the eco light automatically comes on when you're not accelerating too hard. So this car is really geared towards giving you the most fuel efficient ride possible. And yeah, steering wheel feels good. Seating position is good. Really, this has to be one of my favorite cars in the midsize sedan segment. Alright, so that's it for the review of the Camry. The Camry is definitely a great car. Overall, it has many great features. It does everything pretty well. And that's why this car's been selling so well for many years now, and it's been used by taxi drivers, and many families have chosen the Toyota Camry. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this review. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I have more videos coming on the way. And I'll see you in the next one.